when I was in college, I had a speech class. And in that speech class, I don't know, I probably had to give a handful of speeches throughout the entire semester. And through that process, I mean, obviously I'm watching other people give speeches throughout, and there were so many people that they just seemed so comfortable up there in front of everyone. It was just like a natural ability for them. Whereas I know I struggled significantly, trust me. It just did not go well for me at all. I would always get so nervous. I would literally have to stick to just reading my notes. It was not personable. I know that people probably didn't connect at all with any of the speeches that I tried to talk about because, you know, it just wasn't portrayed in a way that was relatable, I'm certain. But speaking in front of people is, for some reason, something that I've always wanted to do. I don't know if it was because I wanted to be better at it. There was this thing inside of me that was like, no, you can do better. But there was also a fear that was just huge in my mind. It just overwhelmed me. And even whenever I do videos, despite the fact that I'm not actually face to face with people, the same feeling comes over me. It's just deep in my chest, like I guess it's kind of like what people describe as anxiety. There's this kind of a tightening in my chest, and just, it's like these emotions want to bubble up inside of me. But I've been learning a lot about mindset over the past year or two, and I've been working on my own mindset. And one of the things about mindset is you can either have a fixed mindset or you can have a growth mindset. And, you know, I always kind of labeled myself a non-speaker, if you will. I just knew I wasn't good at it. I observed that about myself. I evaluated myself, and I labeled myself not good. Not to mention, you know, my not so great grades that I got in that speech class also helped to reinforce that thought in my mind. And trust me, that teacher did not evaluate me too harshly. It was all but true. But that doesn't have to always be my truth. I want to have the growth mindset that, you know what, if I can, oh, okay, we got a poopy situation happening. Give me just a moment. So I don't want to have that mindset of, you know, not growing. I don't want to not be able to get over my own fears, my own beliefs about myself, because I can do better. I can be greater. I can work on it. I can put myself out there. I can make a fool of myself. And I can learn from it. I think whenever we, you know, stop believing in ourselves or stop believing that we can change is when we become like those potted plants that their roots become inbound, and there's no more growth that can happen because, you know, you're not spreading out your roots. You're not making your soil any greater. You're not able to get any deeper into anything. So all of that being said, if you have labeled yourself an overeater, if you have labeled yourself, okay, give mommy just a second, please. If you have labeled yourself a sweet addict, if you have labeled yourself a snacker, or if you have labeled yourself whatever the case may be, or if someone else has Hey, can you stop for just a second? It's very distracting for mommy. If you've labeled yourself or anyone else has labeled you, please stop. Please, Dylan. That's not helping me. So if someone else has labeled you something, or you've begun to believe something about yourself that isn't true, you know, I ask you to reevaluate. Start thinking things like, I can learn anything I want to. I'm a work in progress. I only fail when I stop trying. Those are the types of thoughts that are going to get you the farthest along this road, this journey. Your mindset, your own internal thoughts are going to be what gives you the greatest fuel, I guess, to continue this path, to continue this growth. So I hope that today, as you go about your journey toward health, toward whatever growth that you're trying to do in your own personal life, I hope that the process will be good for you. That yes, you're gonna have to tell yourself no sometimes, or you're gonna have to tell yourself yes, get up and do this sometimes when you don't want to. It's in choosing the hard thing that the growth happens. I can testify to that. I can tell you without a doubt, there has been a deep level of change that has happened in my life whenever I started deciding to deny myself sometimes, and also doing things that I didn't want to do. Sometimes when I just pushed past myself. I've grown inside, I've grown outside. I feel like, you know, I have more to offer for people. Like, it's a good feeling. And I want nothing more than to share that with others, because there's power in it. And I think that I'm going to stop there, because otherwise I'll sit here and ramble for the rest of the day. But I'm going to leave you guys with that. Just remember to focus on the process, not on the outcome.